To tell me that this FG, they didn't know what EKBA was doing in Finland. They didn't know. Is that what they are trying to tell me? Did you remember how many times we told them from the Southeast, bring this man here, let him answer? They just kept deaf ear. Until this judgment, we now told the Finnish government to take care of this man. What he's doing in the Southeast is not our calling. It's not our character. We don't keep people over there. But this man, I don't know who hired him. I don't know who he's working with. So this FG, since you are vindicated, the ones that are under your nose here, what are you doing with them? Can't you vindicate yourself with the ones under you? Was it not said that you remove the log of food in your own life before they speak in another person? So I should now celebrate with you, Abi, because they have just someone Egba. Told you Bello and his fellow travelers that are under your nose here, what have you done with them? Federal government of Nigeria, what have you done with them? If not for the way we cried out and the action of Finnish government, someone Egba will still be operating today. Because what he's doing in the Southeast is to the benefit of the federal government. That was why they allowed him. And today, the needful has been done. And they are now celebrating. Celebrate the ones here with us. Celebrate the one who is here with us. That is when I will know that, yes, you meant what you are saying. The Attorney General is telling us that they are waiting for the CTC of the judgment. What do you want to do with it? What do you want to do with the certified true copy? We are talking of terrorists that are disturbing Nigeria here for 15 years now. No prominent one among them have been jailed. Toju Bello is still talking and dining and whining with the federal government. Please, for God's sake, when will this Nigerian government at least show us some mercy in their attitude? The embarrassment is too much all over the world. The federal government will send them visits to go and be talking with a known terrorist, a wanted terrorist. And they are now celebrating Simon Egba that was jailed in Finland for terrorism activities. Can you just imagine? A complete contradiction. Can you just imagine? So, you want to tell me that when you get the city, what are you going to do with it? That the Attorney General is waiting for it. Please, they should spare all this insult. It's becoming too much. They have reduced Nigeria to, I don't know. In fact, Banana Republic is even worse than Nigeria now. You are dining and whining with terrorists. Then under 9 months, one that is operating in Finland has been jailed. And you are not even ashamed. You are saying you are waiting for the CTC. So you now copy what they did, Abi, before you can now jail these ones here. Is that what you are waiting for? A whole Attorney General. Look at what is going on in Nigeria here. No single one of them has been brought to book. Rather, you are negotiating and dining with them. So it is when they jail somebody in abroad that you now know what to do, Abi. Is that what you are telling me?
All right, then.
It's a shame.
Let's
very
go
big
to,
shame.
We have a...
Going online, recently we are seeing some people jubilating and they are happy that the Finnish government have jailed Mazi Simon Egba 6 years. You know, one of the irony of this world is this, that the reason why we have agitators in Nigeria today is because the government of Nigeria have failed us. Nigerians are not being treated like human beings, not even withstanding that we are very, very rich and we don't lack nothing to live like human beings. But of course, Nigerians are slaves in Nigeria. And we still see some people who are happy that a freedom fighter has been apprehended and they jail him. Nigerians, the only thing I have to say is this. You see, the government of Nigeria that can go all the way to Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a government that cannot do and undo. The Nigerian government can do everything to make sure that the criminality going on in Nigeria today is still going on. Do you think that if Nigeria was working as a country is supposed to be working, that anybody will agitate? The answer is no. But we fail to attack the government. Rather, we are attacking the masses who have grievances against what the government is doing. I will never ever be one part of those who will stand and stay against agitators. The reason why they agitate is because the government is practicing criminality. You cannot tell me today that people are being unalive in hospitals for no reason. Some of them are being rejected because of 28,000 naira. Today in the street of Nigeria, we are seeing people scavenging for food in dustbin. In a country that have natural gas, crude oil, gold, cobalt, name them, gold, silver, and whatever. You know, one thing that I don't understand is, when you see some people, they call themselves freedom fighters. If you are a freedom fighter and they have not tagged you as a terrorist, or if you are a freedom fighter, you have only two places to stay. It's either you stay in prison or you stay in the grave, because you are looking for justice from the hand of the evil. One thing I will tell anybody who is happy that Mazi Simon Ekpa have been jailed is, don't forget that the major problem is still there. The major problem is still there. Is Nigeria functioning? No. Is insecurity in Nigeria going anywhere down? No. What have changed? What have changed? These same people who are happy now are the same people who came before and told us that Mazi Simon Ekpa is working with Nigerian government. Then how is somebody who is working with Nigerian government now go in jail, and the Nigerian government are happy that the person working with them is in jail? Watch what you are doing. Never you bite the hand of the guy or somebody who is feeding you, because maybe tomorrow he will reject feeding you again, and you will find nowhere to get food. The Nigerian government is against Nigerians. That is the reality. When you see people, they come out and they tell you that they are politicians. The simple meaning of politician is criminality. They are not for good. It's better we start today changing things, so that we will not have more Simon Ekpa, so that we will not have more Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that we will not have more Boko Haram, so that we will not have more anything you want to call it in the world. But as far as I'm concerned, in a functioning country, insecurity is very far from it. In a country where the masses, where the youths are working, insecurity is very low. In a country where the government is doing everything right, people will not be clamoring to leave the nation. Nigerians, the ex-president of Nigeria, Buhari, said that the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. Who put us in this Nigeria that they are telling us that we must stay together, for better, for worse? Tell me which marriage is that a divorce is not tolerated. Nigeria for me is one big scam of which I've never functioned. If I was still living in Nigeria to today, I will be thinking that it's normal to live without electricity. I will be thinking that it's normal to live without job. I would have been thinking that it's normal for an environment not to have good roads and a sewage system and everything functioning. But living abroad have changed my life. It has made me to understand that God is the government, and the government of Africa have failed us. So if you think that one Simon Ekpa is in jail, just know that millions of Simon Ekpa are coming. Millions of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are coming. Because what is going on in our land is worse than terrorism. Thank you.
Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow, another person will come out.
Okay.
Because that is the ideology. I keep saying Biafra is an ideology. The things the youths are seeing in the southeast is what drives them. You have in the southeast, they arrest young people, young boys, they charge them for terrorism, they call them IPOP, they lock them up. You arrest bandits in the north. You arrest terrorists in the north. And what do? You call them repentant. And you reintegrate them back into the society. What kind of justice system is that? So we must be honest with ourselves in this country. If we want peace, let us look at peace from the aspect of justice.
Is an advantage of Nnamdi Kanu's statements and the people who have lost their lives.
Look, I have had members of my family killed by this thing, but again, and don't forget, I chaired the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission at the instance of the Anambra State Governor on the situation in the Southeast, and I've spent a lot of the past 3 years getting acquainted with that situation across all the 5 states of the Southeast. Unquestionably, there is an IPOB issue, but the IPOB issue is overblown, okay? If somebody tells you that Obosie in Anambra State is an IPOB issue, the person is a liar. IPOB cannot survive in Obosie. If anybody tells you that what happened with the Americans, 2 years ago in Ogbaro was an IPOB issue, that person does not know the terrain. It was not an IPOB issue. Other parts, in Osu, in Awidemili, in Osumogu, Anambra, Imo State borderlands, where there are IPOB issues, absolutely. In parts of Anambra State, Uga and Arondizogo, that's absolutely correct. But the idea that every issue in Southeast is an IPOB issue is ridiculous. It's absolutely not the case. Let me tell you this. The biggest single issue in security terms confronting the Southeast, in my estimation, based on the work I have done on this, is, I regret to disappoint you, not IPOB. It is one word, cults, financed by politicians. All right? Now, the cults are the biggest single issue, and you don't have a clue how terrible the problem of cults in the Southeast is at this particular time. Is there a crossover between that and the IPOB issue? Possibly. But cults financed by politicians, that is the biggest single security challenge confronting the Southeast at this time.
Dr. Chidi Kalu, a former chairman of the National Human Rights Commission, a professor of law, a writer, and a lawyer. Thanks so much indeed for your time tonight. I appreciate it.
Number of times refrain myself from talking about IPOB or ESN, but just because you've constantly been mentioning it, let me throw a little bit light to that. In as much as IPOB and ESN is, to a number of people, is like a necessity due to insecurity in Southeast, and they have their demands, they have their agitations, they have, what's, according to them, making them angry. But let me tell you the truth of what is happening. There are bandits everywhere. There are criminals everywhere. There are cultists everywhere. So what happens now in South is that criminals who may not necessarily be members of IPOB and the ESN, we go and commit crime. And they needed a name. So it's safer for them to say, oh, we are members of ESN, we are members of IPOB. So that the, in quote, the persecution of IPOB and ESN by the federal government, we cover them. That is what is happening in Southeast. Because the IPOB people and the ESN have a number of times come out to say, look, we are not, into terrorism. We are not into violence. We're simply agitating. And these people that are burning police stations, these people that are killing, they are not our members. And so how do you reconcile the two? And that's the kind of self-help, that is unfolding. you know, because somebody is killed, he cannot defend himself, you know, and then somebody comes out to say, oh, we're going to defend you. And then the person tends to have confidence in that person, even though it's illegal. But he wants life to be sustained.
All right.
Nobody rejoicing, only you. You see, all because no nana him understand. Nanya can waggy in this world. You own a chineke de lo de gie, on when a bosom by your neighbor. Oko on a chukulo kubie, on when bosom by your neighbor. Mother de Lumuruna, Oyana Muruna. Ilie Murun Kai, Berupa Murun cause or the person. Oh, no, one jar. Na-ege since ụwa ụnụ ma ụnụ kwesịrị ịma na ife amelelu ya eme ọnwụ na ụnụ nwa na-ege ntị ụnụ ya ama na ife amelelu ya eme ụnụ kwesịrị ịma kama na amalọ nke unu si aghọta na a na-akọwa ọnwụ datị na unu filu ọdatị na ọbata obi ya apụta ma datị na ụnụ amaghị ife first that guy ụnụ amaghị idea ife ọbata obi ife chere ọbata obi n'iru mgbe nna agwa ụnụ na ndị a niile wụ the same nna anyị makwa datị na o nwere ife wụ datị na wụ na group of people na-eme ihe inwe nsogbu the whole group ahụ agbakọta jikọ aka ọnụ wee fight for you. Ama unu no understand. If you talk and be no land, and I may we with that Robert to be 6 years. But then no one that in Anthony all of them want to jail him. All of them from A to Z.
Okay, that is her own explanation. She's trying to tell you that she's doing that. She's right. You understand? Like she knows what she's doing. But there's something she said here. If you have not, I don't know if you noticed that people should have known better that Obatebe will not come out. So meaning that she's keep on saying what she's saying and causing all these nuisance, knowing for a fact that Obatebe will not, that PM will not, be released. The PM will not be. They will not. They have to jail him. Now, he said that people that followed Obatebe refused to join hands together to fight for him and all that. But last time I checked, you yourself are not doing anything. You remember after the declaration of BIAFRA, you supported U.S.B. The woman, Lazuba, supported the U.S.B. From there, she decamped to fall back. From fall back, she did not last there. She created another push to fall deep. Then she fall deep. In that fall deep, now she have already decamped again. Now, instead of decamping, why don't you form your own group and you have the platform, you have followers? Because in this video, I'm going to make sure that we listen to a few of her callers. Those, I don't know how to explain these people to you for you to understand, because many of them are worst. In fact, I don't know how they managed to escape village here. I don't know. They are not. These are people they are not. These people are not even supposed to. They're not. Some of them behave as if they have not. They don't even know where Onitsha is. Like they don't know where Oka is. They don't know where Owerri is. Like city. All these cities in our place. These are just typical village people that can't reason. They don't understand anything. You will hear them today, because normally I don't share some of her callers, but today being the day that PM Finland did their shenanigan and all that, we have to expand this kind of awareness for you to know the contribution and mindset of some people with their idiocy. And just for a while, let me just show you this. If you pay attention here, okay, if you come here, for example, take a look at this. Take a look at this comment here. This is people that follow the Dan Dojo. Look at what somebody said here. Read this message yourself. Okay, this is her comment, you're not from me. He said we should stand strong, my genuine Biafrans. Let's avoid let avoiding grandma Lasuba. He said let's avoid supporting Kenena TV, Kai TV, and Humble Lizard. I'm reading the message. Humble Lizard and co. Please let's join hands together, push forward, no going back. Now, this is the kind of people that follow this woman. Okay, this is the kind of people that follow her. But we are not here for this. I just want you to know, because you are not anybody's supporter. You support Adandoch, yet some of them actually believe they have a huge number of followers. The question is, why don't you now lead, since you can manage it, you can control this and all that. Now pay attention.
That was now fair on social media. Take the picture, make anything on social media. How many times go Belagua? Did they listen to him? Mandu APM Hogerente. GPM Hogerente. Mandu deputy nonsense na deputy rubbish. Hogerente. Everybody put their bar. Now see when the PM comes out. Now PM will say PM will not say PM everywhere. Nada. When Ungoza Bugola the commander-in-chief of terrorists. Mere meeting, put their bar. Soon Ungoza la beze mere meeting. And in a base seal again, no cabinet here. That in the may PM. Who nature at 9 minutes over to pay after. Why was it the West Day PM? Unamana here still go detail.
So you just had you just heard her telling you the same thing that I complained yesterday. Stay on this issue of terrorism. She's still saying the same thing. Even in the midst of this breaking news, this woman is still calling Biafrans a terrorist. And now, like I told you yesterday, that she have changed. She's no longer calling only Ngozo Rabeze a terrorist. Now all the entire cabinet, and it will get to you, anybody supporting U.S.B, she will still call all of you. You understand? That is the way the whole thing is going, because she started with one person and nobody challenged, nobody said anything. She's moving speedily, and she said that nobody want to fight for her. Obatobe, that Obatobe says remove my name on social media, but you that Obatobe said this to, have you stopped using Obatobe? The answer is no. Calling Obatobe deputy publicly and even using English language to do that. What is your intention, if not to jail him? And you are here trying to, hide and pretend that it's not your fault. It's like seriously. And you see people, those farmers in America will come out and begin to, thank you, Ezibonne. Thank you, Ezibonne. Ha! Nah, Ike Guru, no. Anyway, here, huh? Blackmailer is a blackmailer. So the program. I'm not here for that nonsense. I just want people to know this woman's response and her reaction towards this breaking news. And ask yourself, why is it that I'm just being real. Let me be honest to you. When I check and see if she have said anything, she did not come
Okay. Welcome back. I will have you guys on the comment section. And today's date we are having IKEMBA, IKEMBA State program, and I want you to join. If you don't mind, just make sure you follow the link, okay, and be there because they're gonna start any moment from now, and we are just waiting. Please make sure you like the video and share it to any platform of your choice. Okay, make sure you just share it to any platform of your choice. All right, please. We have some people on the comment, and please permit me. I may not go through all everybody's name. Okay, I may kind of. Thank you, Master Kairabo. You are absolutely doing well. Thank you so much. That's from Machi. I greet you. I greet you. So let's wait until they start, okay? And go nowhere. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Let's continue listening to this. Is my reaction to why you such a after I think when PM was sentenced, and this is her first video when remember that her dad had that time that she was dancing and celebrating that PM had been sentenced. So this happened to be my reaction then. Let's continue. I'm not all that ready to run, program for a very long time. So just bear with me. Now, it says, and there woman as a kind day, what to you? There was that from Money Man. And she said, Kai report, this useless professor said it is a Monekba Joko that is buying people in the in BIAFRA land. Now he is saying opposite of the Kano. What do I mean by opposite? What is this, please? You will answer us. Please, what do you mean by ODINK? What is this? I don't understand what you mean by that. After saying he's saying opposite. What exactly are you talking about, my brother? You will answer us when the BIAFRA is totally restored. Odekalo. Odinkalo. I don't understand that your language. Moneyman and Eboy Ifai is here. Oju Gochuku. I am not supposed to come live, to be honest with you. But I have to do this for IKEMBA. Please keep your comment coming. I can see if he said, good evening, sir. Good evening to you. Kekime. How's life?
Live for a very long time. Today, only one live. My mind was telling me that somebody somewhere is telling her what, because she's following the footsteps, like they gave her script. So they were telling her what to do and how to carry herself out today and all that. You understand?
Okay.
That is my own instinct.
I don't
not
know his
being
name. Is he the man? Is he? I don't even know that he's a professor. If not that you mentioned it now, I don't know that. And happy Sunday, my brother Kai. That's it from Chiyere. Here I see you. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you.
Not a classified any information, please.
Obato
Now,
to listen because I want to more.
listen to this idiot, how she mocked Obatobie, blaming Obatobie that Obatobie is suffering now because Obatobie refused to listen to her because she's not educated. Hear that.
Jerome and the Jerome school. Now, this year, I cry.
Ejile gonna go to school. Or when you understand.
The way I put on the way Bob told you all. Somebody knows that group was speaking because everyone will talk in a big group and will the bad ones and the good ones inside. I send it for him. Say about Tobia, no. When is the nanya? Okay, if we only talk on of whom with you be more, or if you talk, I can't ask Nana. My joy would that not the whiter than snow. My joy, would that not pride, our people have it half of an attack. But the Obatobia didn't.
It to bo aginash. It to bo aginash. Really? Eat the whiter and whiter than snow. Hey, okay. You actually believe that wearing white clothes means that you are okay. Is that why you put to this one? This white clothes.
Or prefer the voice more
And
than. Here we go.
imagine the day PM was sentenced, you are dancing that you have been vindicated. Can you? I mean, and this is somebody now telling people that Ngozi Alabeze is this and that. You are dancing simply because PM has been sentenced, and to you, it doesn't matter. After all, you won him. Meaning that you have been praying and praying for something to happen to him just for you to feel vindicated. You get the point now.
Blaming Obato, you don't prefer a fortune than a man gets.
Now Ngozi Alabeze is a prime minister. I'm not Jigawa prime minister, called Biafra prime minister, but I can assure them. How many the question I with the Biafra before 6 years? Now okay, you are
Now I'm mocking Biafrans that of course need to do with the Biafra. That would think I come from make sure with before that 6 years. You see, my anger now is not actually it's not actually on her, but on those farmers in America. You know, when I say I'm not talking about European farmers, American farmers. I'm talking about farmers in village. Then they work on a cutlass as well. Not to the tractor, no, because I'm a farmer. Some of them will be happy that they, oh, you know, I'm a farmer. I have a no. I'm talking about because the way you guys reasons, you know, is shocking. So primitive. You hear some even anyway, let me see if I will locate that woman because this woman video is too long. Just pay
the
attention.
president you want. You know you are a president. You have enough time, 6 years.
What is your role? What is your job, Lasuba? Your own is to attack this one, attack the other one. What can you offer?
Fighting where for what? And my fight is going on. Are you going to be there? I'm going to fight you. I'm okay. And my fight is going on.
Look at this fool.
No.
What are you doing?
No more Biafra.
Huh?
We have to go back to one Nigeria. If you don't want, if you out of going go water, the water here. Because all these people, nobody want to get a cuckoo Biafra, they have sold in Biafra and they go.
In case you did not understand what she's trying to do here, she's trying to condition your mind to win souls for her messengers. Like people, her boss, people that are sending her, the people that she's doing her job. When last did you hear that Adada Oranjo is at work? Sometimes you broadcast from work. When last did you hear that? I don't think she's still taking care of her children. I doubt. But let's go because I was told that she's not because I was thinking that she's a teacher teaching in French. No, it is her job is when children are having a break time to make sure that those children did not while playing around that they do not enjoy themselves. That's her job. Taking care of school children when they are on their lunchtime or lunch break or something like that. She's just there monitoring them while they play around and all that. That's her job. Listen. This issue of Jigawa, we are going to make another video on that. So I think I need to make another video on this issue of Jigawa thing because I don't blame her on that one. That because it's somehow you have to be reasonable to understand what that video is all about. All right, Christians in the north relied on Christians in the east. I have told us during the time of 4 p.m. when the US was tearing everywhere apart and all that, there are someone that called, in one of the program and said that he wished that Biafran is not going there. He wished that the Biafrans, remain in Nigeria. That he understands the reason why people are talking about Biafrans are looking for a way to break out and all that, but that is not going to favor them. A guy from Plateau State, from Jos, okay, because according to him, he's afraid that if Biafran go, that Christians will have nothing to offer anymore. Little did he know that even now the Biafrans are still are still with Nigeria. That is not so. Nothing as most of them they don't care anymore. They are doing what they're doing without wasting any much time. Forget about this one. Let's move to another thing. Now she's analyzing a video of Joy Yorubi. All right, that's what they're doing. I'm trying to jump that part, not because of any other thing. It's what listen to, but because of time, we are managing the minutes of this video. So let's move to when Sia called her. Okay, then hear what Sia said. Pay attention. That is Sia.
Yes. I want to correct something. I'm not information how we got Finland that nobody wants to read it. Therefore, can there any Biafra, no single information that we got Finland, and I have my facts and figures. The guy in charge of compiling this information told me, in particular, my life is even over the the guy told me, in particular, that he never got a man, my associate, this very man, the J.O.Y. There's some information I say compiled on into a certain land. Now, I have a man, I told him 6 years. My information, your supply now you see compile the information. Your supply information. For those you never have information, you send that they will not take it. Okay. Then you call him again and tell him. They will not take it. Because he in part of that information, and I say, how will the Finland?
I'm the guy now, but the guy now, Papa, and ask him because any proof all on a way with him. You know what I mean with them when they say to you, I'm a no.
Thank you. Because some of the information in there, not all the man, I see, and I feel like the need to make a lot, they compile with it, they compile a time and that these very people will not even take it. So, what type of nonsense are they telling me to us? This very freedom I got to not be careful, but I, the never church will be have gone a long way. Madam, carry on, Jerry. It is well.
Okay, that is the message. This one is for CRC, their own group. But the thing is that what I don't understand about this set of people is that when they join any group, they will keep on trying to pin this group down to do what they want. Since they know how to do these things, why can't they just step up and do it better? They have the platform, they have the followers. What exactly is going on? Anyway, how can you be? Just imagine that a student that have been in several classes. You know what I mean? Like class one, like in, let's say, grade one. In your grade one, you have, let me use Nigerian system. When we were in primary school and secondary school, like that, you have A class, B class, okay, C class, D class, E class, as case may be. Then a teacher teaching student in A complained about one student. The principal moved that student to class B. The same teacher, another teacher in class B, another teacher complained the same thing, the same issue with about that person, one student. They move it to class C. The same thing happened. They keep on moving that. So is it the fault of the teacher or the fault of the student? I'm just asking. Because these people have been in several groups, U.S.B, fall back, fall deep. Now they are now stranded. The question is, why don't you open your own and show how to lead? But after all, army is with you because from what you are told from Brethren Unite, that army is not with Ogenkere. It's not, of course, it's not with his USB. They are only that they are very, very vocal in that one. In that one, so army is with you guys because you guys are the one telling people to do this and do that for army. Ordinary bring your account, they go accusing them again or something. I don't really get it. In fact, I'm gonna jump all this in. Let's locate that issue. That's some you hear some people. I don't give what they say account now. Now choose is any media because in this her video, in this her video she actually rubbished Joy Irobi, which this person you are seeing here that is very dark is Joy Irobi, delivering, making, addressing Biafrans based on the breaking news from CRC, angle. From their own side, because all of them have seen that US, streamed live to address the issue, to address Biafrans and make her comment and everything. All of them jumped out and begin to address even Ogenkere, but I don't have time for Ogenkere because Ogenkere is now trying to run a marathon speech, which I don't know what I don't. Maybe she drink shekpa before she, because maybe he drink shekpa before he broadcast this day because he's now making videos of 20, 30 minutes almost and repeating himself and all that, which is very quite funny. But we are not here for that because Ogekere own is just different. Just like people are tired of hearing from his garbage. Just like why he's such a. Although I want to confirm let me just make this confession to many of us. When I look at some people, because these days, yesterday and this day, today, I paid attention to why he's such a little bit like the time I have not been checking on her like that before. Why they do like today's own is very very clear because of the situation at hand. Let me know her response and her body language and everything. But you can see. But I noticed that 85% of Biafrans are actually turning on to her platform. I know they go there to insult her, but if you don't like what she's saying, why are you guys head-bended then? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. You are literally promoting her and telling her that she ride on. The number of people calling her from America goes to show that our people are not actually ready, to be honest with you. As I am now Airport, I will find it difficult to lead any group now, like that I even to join agitation that I'm agitating or freedom fighter. No, because I can't. The kind of mind that I have, I cannot be doing something good, sacrificing something, and you are busy, you know, making some. I cannot pretend that you don't value what I'm doing. No, there's nothing to encourage me to do that. I'm not wired for that place. But I give credit to those that are doing it. It's not easy. Now, let me see if we can move forward. Let me try my best to locate that part where people started calling her because I have dropped many things here. Maybe if I have time, we may bring that part where she talked and rubbish CRC and all that. She actually even said she narrated a story about what happened between them and CRC, why they break out. And so this video contains a lot, but we cannot bring everything in that. We can only just pick the part that they want us to listen to. So let's look for the part where people called her and have people demand account from her. She did not even say any better than she just kept quiet because her job is to commit nuisance, not to plan, not to lead or to give you any solution, but to point out at different problems that she herself have created. But before we move forward, let's hear how she called people terrorists again. This day, listen.
Number 6, because none of those things Mr. Ekpa agitated against could be allowed to occur or happen in Finland or any European country. What is the morality
of conducting Mr. Ekpa's trial in Finland to the extent of finding him guilty. Finland must not and should not be seen as supporting Nigeria's effort to erase indigenous population, which is what this trial would achieve with a verdict against our Prime Minister. Given the circumstances of Mr. Ekpa's involvement in the agitation for freedom for Biafran people, one can only but admire.
Show you a video interview that I conducted with a Catholic priest in Nigeria, where we discuss the current situation, which most people, presumably you as well, are unaware of if you've been following the supposed media, both liberal and conservative. There we go with those words again. But before I do so, let me tell you how this all started, how I got to know this priest, and how this interview came about. About a month ago in August, I received an email from a Catholic charity group that was helping Christians in Nigeria. And it said, "I have some very sad and distressing news, and I was hoping that you might be able to help. The news media is not covering this topic, and Catholics in Nigeria are not sure how to seek out help. Father Samuel Maria from Nigeria, a native and pastor of over 10,000 souls, has just informed me that the Muslims have been advancing for months and are very close to them, and things are getting very desperate. Their situation is becoming very dire, and he would like to do another interview with any U.S. media that would like to hear an update specifically regarding how the Muslims are advancing and killing innocent souls. As you know very well, it is not politically correct today to speak out against the Muslims, and thus many news media do not want to hear or report what is going on." I essentially agreed to have an interview with Father Abba Samuel Maria is his name, and we set a date for sometime in September. About a week later, I received another email from that same person of that Catholic charity, and in it they quoted Father Abba Samuel Maria himself in an email he wrote to them. So he wrote on August 13th the following, quote, "St. Paul's Parish, Ayatwar Rectory, which I sacrificed everything to build, was set ablaze by Fulani jihadists yesterday. The church windows, glasses were broken, and the people successfully sacked from their ancestral homes. Kudos to the Nigerian army for successfully disarming the people and making them vulnerable to their attackers. The cries of the people echo through the land as the Fulani invaders, equipped with logistic and high-level intelligence provided by the military personnel, attack and slaughtered unarmed civilians in their sleep, leaving a trail of blood flowing like a river. Justice, integrity, dignity, humanity, all lost in the fray, a nation's future uncertain each passing day." And then the person who emailed me after quoting this from the priest said, "Please let me know if you can do an interview with Father on this topic ASAP, or have you any other ideas on how to bring awareness to the crisis they're currently experiencing. We greatly appreciate it, as he is remaining faithful in these diabolical times, trusting in our Lord and our Blessed Mother for the triumph of her Immaculate Heart." Okay. And again, for the record, just so everyone knows, I'm not Catholic. This is a Catholic group, of course, and a Catholic priest that I'm going to speak to. But whether you're Catholic or not doesn't change the facts that you're going to be hearing about what's happening there. But then before we could have our interview on September 11th, the same priest, Father Abba Samuel, sent an email to the person who was writing to me saying that they had received in Arabic a Muslim jihad declaration, essentially. And here it is. He had people translate it. So it says, quote, here's the quote, "Translation of pamphlet written in Arabic and distributed in select mosques in northern Nigeria by the Fulani Nationalist Movement." And this letter was apparently dated February 6th, 2025. And in this letter it says, "The battle is getting closer. We call on all true Muslims. This is the time to act. This is the time for Second Holy War. We started in 1804. The British stopped us. We must regain the territories lost. It is against Islam to rotate power with infidels. Forget about elections. That will only lead to sharing of power. Think of the kingdom that we shall rule forever. We must take the enemies in the west, central, and the north," they mean in Nigeria, "by surprise, because most Muslims live in the north. So they want to attack the enemies, mostly Christians, in the west central. That is the plot. Disperse and occupy their homes, forests, streets, schools, markets, and act as spies. You will suffer in this. Rain, cold, and dust will pour on you. but heaven will honor you after the inevitable battles. Our attacks on the infidels must be total and overwhelming. We must begin by instilling fear in them, weaken their resolve through kidnaps, brutal rapes, making it difficult for them to farm and subdue them before the war. Our strategies involves learning from the tactics of the past and merging it with the wisdom of the moment. There is no going back. Nigeria is our own. It was handed over to us by Allah. How then can we share what is ours? We must never fight a defensive war. We must take the battle to the homes of the infidels. We must use everything that we have, whether you are a boy, a lady, a man, or a woman. All Muslims of Fulani origin must take this as a duty. We must sharpen our fighting weapons. Everything is a weapon. Your Okada, knives, hands, the trailers you drive, the tankers with fuel, food you sell, the house of the infidels that you guard. Study very well and wait for our order. Exploit the weaknesses of the infidels. They're lousy, lack discipline, sleep like fools, love parties and dances, lack focus, mostly unobservant and unarmed. With your vantage position, you can take on a whole family of 10. Conquer and kill them if need be. The battle must be fought in their homeland. The middle belt must be totally crushed. They are few and divided. Never trust anyone in the east and south, which is Christian majority. Not even their filthy Muslims who do everything Allah rejects. Get yourself prepared. The battle is near. What this is saying is basically even the Muslims who live amongst Christians in those areas in the south and the center are infidels too, because they live amongst Christians. So you can kill them as well. And then the email that sent this to me ended up by saying, please circulate to all Christian groups urgently so awareness would be created and prayers continuously made for the land. Okay, so you will now see the interview that I conducted with Father Abba Samuel Maria. And first of all, unfortunately, because he was on location in Nigeria, that's where he's from, the connection was very bad. And so what ended up happening is we had a third party helping record it, and I couldn't even hear what he was saying. So, but you'll see what he says. Everything is actually put together. But I tell you that because what I ended up doing is just asking various questions, and then everything was added on later, even though I couldn't even hear it or see it at the time. And so I tell you that because you'll hear him speaking very passionately about very, very important and horrific stuff. And then the screen will come to me and I'm basically kind of nonchalant and I just ask another question. So that's the reason. I didn't even know. I'm only seeing it now, the entire video. And so first, I urge you to listen very carefully to this man. This is a man who is in the middle of the fray. Okay, this is what's really happening where Muslims are actually half the nation. Think about it. Nigeria is half Christian, half Muslim. At this point, Muslims don't need to play the victim card as they do in the West. And it's a full-blown, non-stop jihad. As you'll see in the intro, I speak a little bit about what I know has been going on in Nigeria, and I know a fair bit. I've actually been writing a lot about it since probably around 2011, and I think I say this in the video. But everything that I just read to you, that is real. Okay, these Fulani, and the Fulani are these herdsmen who are also Islamic, and full-on jihadist mentality. But as you will see in the video, the media won't tell you that. And the Catholic priest affirms this. But they do, in fact, raid Christian villages in the middle of the night or when they're in churches, and completely horrific slaughter, massacres, rapes, burning churches with Christians inside of them. This is a very, very constant thing. Okay, so do pay attention. And at the same time, remember what I said. I recently did a live stream about the left, if you recall. And I did a little bit of talking about what the left and Islam really have in common. Because if the left is just liberal, as most people seem to think, it never made sense, right? Why are liberals siding with draconian Sharia Muslims? But as I argued, the left and Islam are very similar in that they both are aligned with falsehoods, different falsehoods. Okay, or a different way of looking at it as they're both not aligned with the truth. Okay, and so they are allies for one another in their massive war on the truth. Okay, so keep that in mind, especially as you hear him and he's telling you the truth of what's really happening, and you ask yourself, how come I never heard this? How come the media doesn't talk about this? How come Fox News hasn't told me about this? Okay, why do the conservative so-called media waste more time talking about pronouns as if that's the real problem at stake when people are actually being burned alive and killed and hacked to pieces with machetes almost on a daily basis, actually. And if you want to learn more about what's happening in Nigeria, you should consult my monthly Muslim Persecution of Christians report published by the Gatestone Institute, where I basically collate the sorts of persecution Christians experience at the hands of Muslims every month. And by far the worst is going to be Nigeria, as you'll see. And these go back all the way to 2011. You can find them on my website or the Gatestone Institute. And without any further ado, here's the video. Welcome, everyone. I'm joined by a great guest and to talk about a very important topic that very few people in the West, especially in America, know. It's an important topic because it deals with the genocide you've never heard about. He is Father Abba Samuel Maria, and he's a Catholic priest in Nigeria. And before we get going, I'm just going to have him introduce himself in a couple of minutes. Have at it, Father.
Thank you very much, Mr. Raymond Ibrahim. And we are very, very appreciative for the wonderful work you are doing to create awareness on the terrible situation we are facing here in Nigeria. I am Father Samuel Maria Abba from originally Otukpo Diocese, but in 2020, after the pandemic of the so-called pandemic of the COVID-19, I began the congregation of the Sacred and Immaculate Hearts of Jesus and Mary congregation, where we keep the traditional Catholic Mass and faiths and morals of our one holy, tried, and apostolic faith of the Catholic Church. So I thank Mr. Raymond Ibrahim for this interview.
Thank you very much, Father Abba. So I will begin by telling you and the viewers what I know about the situation in Nigeria, which I've actually been following for probably since at least 2011. And I look forward to you, like I said, correcting or confirming and then elaborating on the important points. So what I recall with Nigeria is basically it's half Christian, half Muslim. That's the way it's usually portrayed. And the Muslims generally seem to be in the northern region, and the Christians generally seem to be in the southern region. And in the northern region, you have various forms of Sharia law and so forth, and it's not exactly ideal for Christians to live in the north. But I think Nigeria sort of came in the spotlight somewhat in the international scene with the rise of Boko Haram back in the, like I said, 2010 or whatever. And they are, of course, an Islamic terrorist organization, which definitely targeted and massacred and slaughtered and killed Christians and bombed and blew up their churches. Many of them, dozens, I would say, actually, because I write reports every month about the persecution of Christians around the Muslim world. It's very clear Nigeria is apparently the absolute worst, okay, at least when it comes to the numbers of Christians who are being killed and just being persecuted and churches being attacked. Anyway, that went on for a long time until somehow maybe like, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, all of a sudden it became the Fulani herdsmen who started now taking up the slaughter of Christians. Okay, but the narrative changed. So now the Boko Haram, from my perspective, seem to somehow fade in the background. We don't hear too much about them engaged in acts of terror as before, but the acts of terror are greater than ever. And now they're at the hands of these so-called Fulani herdsmen, who I believe the vast majority of them are Muslim. Okay, and it seems to me from what I read between the lines, they are also radicalized by Islamic ideology. They believe what they're doing is jihad. They enter Christian settlements and villages, usually in the middle of the night or after or on Saturday night, right before church, and they slaughter and kill and devastate and burn. And a lot of them, according to witnesses, scream things like Allahu Akbar, and it's very clear they're radicalized. Okay, but in the West, the narrative is that these Fulani have nothing to do with Islamic radicalization or anything, that this is all a land dispute, that the Fulani have been driven out of their homes due to climate change, and that they are not in any way, shape, or form ideologically motivated against, let's say, Christians. In fact, they try to blur the line. They won't even say one's Muslim or one's Christian. It's as if it's sedentary people versus nomadic herdsmen. But of course, it seems to me the nomadic herdsmen are mostly Muslims and the sedentary are Christians. And of course, I think Muslims who live among the Christians get killed too. They're collateral damage and so forth. So that's the general gist that I've seen. And I'm frankly shocked and disgusted at the Western media, but like I said, you'll correct me, and the analysts, and I've seen many people from Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, the Obama administration, all of them talking about, what's happening has nothing to do with religion at all whatsoever. Okay, it's something else. It's like I said, climate change. And to his credit, I even remember Donald Trump when he was president in the first term with Muhammadu Buhari. He asked him, "Why are you killing Christians?" And to his credit, at least he brought that question up. And that's the other point I hear, that the government, whether it's Buhari or not, is somehow complicit. They either turn a blind eye when the Fulani are killing and destroying, or or sometimes they're there and they don't help at all, or sometimes I've even heard they help the terrorists. Okay, so that seems to be the situation for me. And I've read statistics like in Nigeria, something like 1 Christian is killed every 2 hours because of their Christian identity. Okay, so that's the summary that someone like me, who's moderately educated by American standards regarding Nigeria, we never hear about this. Okay, here in America, I often point out, maybe you're familiar with something like Black Lives Matter in America, and people always say Black Lives Matter, but I've often pointed out they don't matter, obviously, if they're in Nigeria and if they're Christian. So yeah, I'll hand it over to you now, and you can, like I said, elaborate, confirm, or refute anything I said.
So it's quite interesting because it's a jihad. I got this information just some few days ago about the National Fulani Movement, dated February 6th, 2025. The battle is getting closer. We call on all true Muslims, this is the time to act. This is the time for Second Holy War. We started in 1804. In the early 19th century, they started this particular jihad. The British stopped us. We must regain the territories lost. It is against Islam to rotate power with infidels. Forget about election that will only lead to sharing of power. Think of the kingdom that we shall rule forever. We can change the naughty history. Usman Danfodio, he was the one that began the jihad, did it successfully. We can do it too. We must take the enemies in the west, central, and the north by surprise. That is the plot. Disperse and occupy their homes, forests, streets, schools, markets, and act as spies. You will suffer in this. Rain, cold, and dust will pour on you, but heaven will honor you after the inevitable battles. They are kind of heaven, of course. Our attacks on the infidels must be total and overwhelming. We must begin by instilling fear in them, weakening their resolve through kidnaps, brutal rapes, making it difficult for them to farm and subdue them before the war. This exactly is what they are doing, and they are still doing it. The write-up continues. Our strategies involves learning from the tactics of the past and merging it with the wisdom of the moment. There is no going back. Nigeria is our own. It was handed over to us by Allah. Of course, not the God I worship. Allah is not the Trinitarian God. And that's why it's so sad to see what the Vatican is doing with the Muslims in recent times. How then can we share what is ours? We must never fight a defensive war. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria are fighting a defensive war, whereas these people are ransacking and taking over villages, raping, taking over lands and territories, farmlands. People are living in constant fear. Everybody is worried. Everybody is afraid. And we are not allowed to take up arms to fight for ourselves. The government, the military, parastatals are all taken over by these particular sets of jihadists. They are everywhere in government. They're like the Freemasons. They are the ones in control of the Nigeria economy, the Nigeria army, the Nigerian politics, and so on and so forth. The reading continues. We must take the battle to the homes of the infidels. We must use everything that we have, whether you are a boy, a lady, a man, or a woman. All Muslims of Fulani origin must take this as a duty. You must sharpen our fighting weapons. Everything is a weapon. Your Okada, that's the riding, the motorcycle, your knives, your hands, the trailers you drive, the tankers with fuel, food you sell. It's alleged that most food gotten from them these days are poisoned. And this poisonous food goes ahead to kill. They know what it is, they identify it, and they give it to the infidels according to them. And people die in their numbers. The houses of the infidels, the reading continues, that you guard, because most of them, they work as security men in people's houses. Study very well and wait for our order. Exploit the weakness of the infidels. They are lousy, they lack discipline, they sleep like fools, love parties and dances, lack focus, mostly unobservant and unharmed. See, this is the reason why whenever they strike, people cannot defend themselves, because they come when you are least expecting. Sometimes people are in the churches, they come, they burn the churches, burn the people in the churches. It is a jihad, and they are serious, and people are dying in their numbers. With your vantage, the reading continues, position, you can take on a whole family of 10, conquer and kill them if it need be. The battle must be fought in their homeland. The middle belt must be totally crushed. They are few and divided. Never trust anyone in the east and south, not even their filthy Muslims. Now, this is those people who claim to be Muslims in the west and also in the east and in the south. They don't consider them as true Muslims. You are either Fulani Muslims or you are an infidel. Not even their filthy Muslims who do everything Allah rejects. Get yourself prepared. The battle is near. So, they ask that this should be circulated around Christians. So, it is clear. Mr. Ibrahim, in his research, is not wrong. What he's saying is a fact. We are witnesses to it. Just last month, they went to Yelwata. It's not too far from where we are here. It's just a 20 minutes drive. They ransacked the whole village. Even Pope Leo the 14th commented on this the next day. Ransacked the whole village, bound people alive, ran away, and not a single culprit have been caught. And very close to Yelwata, we have the army barrack. Still close to Yelwata, we have the Air Force barrack. We have the naval barrack. So how come they strike and they go? Because they are the ones in control of those barracks. So whatever he's saying is the truth. And people are shying away from it. And souls in their numbers are being killed. Villages are being ransacked. People's lives are being wasted. It's terrible. It's very, very terrible. And it's sad that the Nigerian government is quiet about it. For crying out loud, who's the Nigerian government? The Nigerian government is them. They're in politics, they're in economy, they're even the one deciding what should take place in the country. So it is sad. And I think only the Lord can help us now. That is why we at SSIH, Sacred and Immaculate Hearts of Jesus and Mary Congregation, we are out for the reign of the Sacred Heart of Jesus and the triumph of the Immaculate Heart of Mary through the acceptance of the true traditional Catholic Mass and the true Catholic faith and morals. This is a crusade. And with God on our side, the Sacred Heart will truly reign and Immaculate Heart will truly triumph.
Okay, thanks for that answer, Father Abba. Can you speak some more about the question of Islamic radical ideology and really home in and focus in on to what extent is that really behind what's happening, and what is being taught to the Muslims of Nigeria, for example? Are they being taught that the Christians, I think I read somewhere that they're seen as invaders, remnants of colonialism, hence Boko Haram, right? Western education or whatever is a sin, haram. Is that how they're presented? Is it presented as a full-blown jihad, to destroy and kill the infidels? And what's the situation with churches? I hear, like I said, I've been following the persecution of Christians by Muslims for well over since 2011, actually, and one of my books is all about it, Crucified Again, which came out in 2013. And I would say the most churches that I've seen burned and bombed and destroyed, oftentimes with Christians in them, are in Nigeria. Egypt maybe is a close second, or it has been for a while, back in the 2010s and 19, or before 2020. But maybe you can speak a little to that, please.
The average Muslims are being taught to be radicals, because with the result of what we are getting currently, either they are being taught to be radicals and to see other people in the same vicinities like themselves as infidels. Infidels, people who are against Allah, against Muhammad, against the Islamic movement. So it is clear, because they do not recognize the fact that people exist before they came to the country. And so, for them, they indoctrinate their faithfuls, and their faithful carries out this plan. See, they are very organized, and that's a fact. So the average Muslims goes out through their, what they call it, this their school, their Islamic schools, and there they are indoctrinated. If they're relating with you, it's with a plan. They don't come to you without a plan. And all this noise about Islam is for peace, certainly it's not the kind of Muslims we have in Nigeria. They have an agenda, and that agenda is being materialized, because the killings are going on daily. And unfortunately, many villages have been ransacked. People have taken their wares and their businesses from the north down to the middle belt, where we reside, and now some of them are taking it back to the east and to the west. You see it now. So if it's not real, these business people and families would not have vacated from those environments. They want to Islamize the country. It is a fact. It is real. And not just getting converts, they want to force their way through and own Nigeria as their own. So Mr. Raymond Ibrahim is not wrong. He is, in his analysis, is correct. They are pushing us away until we get frustrated, probably look for another country to go to, because for them, Nigeria is theirs.
What do you think of how the West has been handling this? Are they intentionally, the media, for example, dissembling and pretending this is all just about climate change, as I pointed out earlier? I remember that's actually what the Irish president or prime minister said after one of the worst bombings of a church in Nigeria. I think it was Palm Sunday, maybe 3-4 years ago, something like 50 or 60 or more Christians were killed. And it was the Fulani. And he came out vehemently saying, you know, all you horrible people, how dare you blame the Fulani? They're innocent victims too. This has nothing to do with the religion. And then he started talking about climate change, etc. So basically, what's the situation in churches? Are Christians, when they gather in churches, essentially terrified they might be blown up or killed, seeing how common it is?
Yes, it is strange to see the Western media not reporting exactly what is taking place here. As I said earlier on, it's a jihad. Villages are being ransacked. Lives are being wasted in their numbers. Now, if the media reports 4,000 persons, be rest assured about 10,000 have gone. So, one cannot come out clearly to say the media has been bought, because we don't know who is doing the buying. But those of us who are here experiencing this terrible massacre, we are aware that villages in their numbers are being ransacked. So if the media internationally have the facilities to truly know what is happening, why can't they report exactly what we are experiencing here? Because you go to a village, you burn in the village, People's lives are wasted, people's properties, their food are burnt. And you come back after some time and repeat the same feat, and nobody is caught. Can we say the Nigerian government don't have what it takes to catch these persons? Don't we have state boundaries? So when some people come down, our forests are they so massive that we cannot track down people? For example, look at the kidnappings going on. The same forest in Nigeria here. Are we saying the government don't have drones to locate these persons and bring them to the book? All we hear every now and then, we shall get them, and nobody gets caught. So it is terrible. The media, to my own knowledge, is not reporting correctly what is happening. Either they have been bought, or they don't want to report it, or they are part of the plan.
What is, thank you for that. What would you say, what message do you most want to convey to, let's say, the Western public, people in Europe in general, in the US in particular, about what's really happening in Nigeria and how they should respond to it, including, of course, how they've been responding and what they've been told, which I assume is all false?
It's a spiritual battle. It's a spiritual battle. As it stands now, they are out to Islamize the whole country, not just Islamize, to wipe out Christians in Nigeria, because they were able to get their way into the government. The British government felt that the northern oligarchy were more subservient to their plan of divide and rule. And so they concentrated powers to the north. Because the other tribes in Nigeria, they were more or less like a democracy, especially the Igbos. They are more or less a democracy. The Yorubas, of course, they have leaders, and they are very, very fetish. But the North, the system of government pleased the British.
ise uruchioma na ụmụ Chineke na-ewo ọkọ ya ere.
All right, so you know, we don't waste too much. So I got up here, so let's talk about it. I know about our one that do all right, my excellent, you're highly welcome. Thank you very much. My business.
Thank you so much, Chineke. Larry, God bless you. Our Commissioner for Information. Thank you so much for your good work. Am I coming out?
Yes, you are coming out.
Okay. Good evening, my brethren. Good evening, Umunam. I am the state of IKEMBA. IKEMBA when. Ana m ekele onye ọbụla n'ofu ana m asị ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ nwoke dị nwaanyị nke onye chi ya zere ya dịrị nwoke mma dịrị nwaanyị mma anyị gaba anyị ga-agaru mbọsị njọ ụkwa ya ma pụkwa ezi ana m asị dara unu rinne. Thank you so much all for all we do. Asị na ọ ga-abara anyị. Achọrọ m iji ohere a wee na-echeta our president Ọhamadike one of Africa. Onye nke ji maka ezinụlọ anyị, ji maka ya onwe anyị, jiri maka country anyị, jiri maka the world, jiri maka United States of Biafra and IKEMBA cities wee nọrọ ebe ọ nọ. Ana m asị na ọ ga-adịrị ya mma, na ọ ga-adị ka echi, na o nwere ihe ga-eme ya, na ndị niile a na-achị ya ga-ada, na mmeri ka ọ ga na-emeri, na ya na-eme ukiri ka a na-ekiri, o nwere ihe a ga-eme ya. Na mgbe na-etere aka na ọ ga-esikwanụ na ebe ọ nọ wee pụta na ọhụrụ ebe nna ya ka ọ na ya ga-ekwusie ike na that which is sick where his children have gotten it. Na-echetakwa nwa ya nwoke bụ ESN Eba Simon Njoko
our Prime Minister, the man that answered the call of his father, and I make Kenequia, that's not my Ogadria, Manoria Genia. Now, you're not your God, I know the moon, but for fun and a bonnet that I can only square back with that. Whether and why I will wait. Where we keep protect our land, what you were saying. As the next seat, and he ate my carriage here, but we have gotten it. You should not relent. I'm very good here. It's going over now, when it's a couple. The mother of the United States of Biafra is no other person than Dr. Ngozi, our president, our deputy prime minister. The woman that accepted to be the surrogate and also to protect the mandate. And then nobody and I say no God, you know what you're getting any man of all. So upon those see, now is what we can teach him. And then that not sure God. And what then will live. No one here named me and I Biafra as the whole. And she make it with Biafra is with her, Corey and Conshine. So far, she still maintains what she has accepted to do. Because we all know that she has been possessed with the spirit of Biafra. And I'm say I take coach. I take the coach on and more. Next, our financial secretary, no other person, and then sat down. Net is important. One you could see, can I be on where I can see a governor where you gave me. Good Dr. Ngozi, our best. Ask me, our queen go bed. And then, no, that no one you gave me. No, that the kitchen, each other. We have to talk about all the secretaries, even everyone on your bonano, but all the cabinet members. Let's talk about the foreign affairs, when you're on your bonano, full, then I was symbol, you get the Punes Yoku. If when I'm well on why I know to speak, and I will protect our land at all costs. And I must not get the hammer, no way again, I got the gate. Each other, all their contributions towards this, our restoration and protection of our land will never be in vain. United States of Biafra as a whole, all the citizens, all the 40 states, let's talk about the governors, the deputies, the secretaries, every commissioner, and the Metropolitan of France, the dog at the right, and this zoo, I gave me the right, I gave me the zoo. Now, Konoka, no, God, the IKEMBA state, need them as they go. That we have accepted on air and 1 year and we are maintaining it. That God will infinite mercy will protect us and also protect our soldiers. Protect their fatherland. And I must know what again, and I got a notice. No one on this zoo will never overrule them. Now, who can have actually have one with her. Then I get them in a bank that I get to a big room or quiet to make a make a very good her. Now, I got to make a premium in a garden protect her. My sending her a man can even everyone had a make you protect them. You want I got any eat the shop. Now, our land is being protected. Then you want I what I am, where support for her. Let's talk about the United Citizen of State of IKEMBA. Ọkachasị onye isi ụmụ akwụkwọ jara na-agba ọsọ wee na-ekepụkarịsị elu a sị m unu donwere ihe ga-emu jide n'ukwu isi na ike narị na unu ama nda ana masị ọ ga-adịrị unu mma wee na-asị ka Chineke nna nke pụrụ ihe niile nke nwere ka isi wee bịa ugwu nke nọnyere anyị nke mee ka ana Biafra bụrụ ihe nke eribikia na Latvian on the 24th November 29th November 2024, nyekwana anyị aka etiela anyị nyekwana ihe niile nke anyị n'iti wepụrụ anyị ndị sabo niile ndị iwe dị n'obi amụ dị n'eze wepụrụ anyị ndị na-achọrọ ka nwere ọnwa ka o kwudosie ike o nwere ndajụ zuru oke kachasị ndajụ wee chọọ anyị mma mee ka mgbe na-etere aka ka anyị nwere ike igba egwu ọnwụ ahụ ka o kwere nwa ya nwoke bụ our president nkwa na anyị ga-agba egwu ọnwụ na ana Biafra. Chineke nna jiri aka ebe na-enyere anyị na uche nke anyị ga-emeka n'ụbọchị taa ka ọ metala anyị ezigbo mkpụrụ n'ikpeazụ ka otuto niile wee bụrụ nke ya n'ihi na onye abụchi
Okay. At this junction, I welcome your friends over to all the PCCs sit on paper.
Remove the person. Remove that person that bears that name. I cannot access my system. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so that was wonderful time. I welcome you all to this IKEMBA and this wonderful general meeting of human rights. And this is where we discuss our cooking of the state and our governments. Okay, I have to work with my contact me at 9:30 or 9 o'clock. I have to work with my contact. I don't know in the government parts before we so that we can be able to, go back and continue work. So the most important thing regarding to this structure of I don't know. But why waiting for you? We are effective.
Develop 4 action plans for North Central, indigenship for the Hausa Fulani. They want to provide social services. They want to give promotion to officers of Middle Belt and then capture resistant tribes by force, which is what I showed you part of it. Southeast, OIC says Christianity in the Southeast appears formidable, but it is mercantile Christianity. They say it can be bought and it can be sold. That's the word. It can be bought and it can be sold. They studied us, and they said all you need to do is give the Igbo man sufficient money. He will drop the Bible, he will pick the Quran. And it is working beautifully. As of today, half of Abakaliki has converted to Islam. As of today, the largest Islamic study center in Nigeria is in Igbo land, in Ebonyi State. If you monitor the news, January this year, 18 young Igbo men converted to Islam at the National Mosque in Abuja. It was carried live on NTA. The governors of Sokoto and the governor of Bauchi gave each one of them 5 million naira each. Your governor, Rocha Sokorocha, gave them 2 million naira. Ex-governor Juzo Kalu gave them 1 million naira. Of course, Rocha has now turned around and said no, that he did not give them any money. Something that NTA carried. I've had the privilege to go to some parts of Igbo land and do this presentation. I have told the Igbo brethren, don't expect bomb. There will be no AK-47. Expect Naira rain. They will pump money into Igbo land. And they are pumping money into Igbo land. If you are from the East, please get in touch with our people there. Tell them everything is not money. Don't sell your birthright. 3 plans for Igbo land: encourage Muslim businessmen to go into partnership with the Igbos, encourage Igbos to become cattle rearers, encourage Igbo girls to marry Hausa Muslims. That's the plan. They have activated it. I'm telling you something that was planned 30 years ago. And as you are sitting down here, if I ask you, can you show me the strategy document of the church? The church has no plan. We are just trying to draw up one now. The church has no plan. Islam has put its own in place 30 years ago. They are implementing it step by step. Southwest. Islam said concerning Yoruba land, both Islam and Christianity are superficial. That is, if a Yoruba man tells you he's a Muslim, or if he tells you he's a Christian, you say, don't mind him. It's not a serious one. He's not committed to any other religion. That the real religion of the Yoruba man is traditional worship. Their strategy for Yoruba land is that they will start an Islamic movement that looks like Christianity. That Islamic movement will be meeting on Sunday morning. They will call themselves brothers and sisters. They will do wedding like Christians. They will do vigil like Christians. They will do praise and worship like Christians. If you buy land for your campground on Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, they will buy their own land. When you are having your Holy Ghost service, they too they will have their holy service without the ghost. So that in the process of time, the Muslim in Yoruba land will see no difference between Christianity and Islam. When you now go out on evangelism and you are trying to convert Muslims, they will tell you, Abba, Kilode, Sebolon Kono Lansing. They are serving the same God. Why? Whatever you are doing in the church, they are doing in the mosque. OIC agenda. It's been in place. You are seeing it with your eyes, but you don't know what you are seeing. 30 years ago. The question now is, what is your response? South, nothing much. Just all they said is, let us look for radical youths in the South. Give them.
That keep on doing what we're supposed to do, continue building the government and doing it too. And I'm sure that in due time there's something going on behind the scene. I don't know if our commander is here with us. I don't know if he's here with us, but before calling them, I want to hear from the secretary from the last week we had, and also from the deputy governor. So if they are not secretary that we are, maybe the talks hacking up. So that is why I'm trying to speak on remind us of some few things that we really need to do. Okay, so actually a lot has been said regarding this freedom. The most important thing we are here is way forward and how the action needed. There's nothing that we're going to see today that we haven't heard. Okay, there's no information. Most of us are doing federal and so have information on that. And those of us, everybody here, I think everybody here is doing that. Everybody is supposed to know the have info and so there's no need to say yet we might have no head. But however, in order to just give those if you keep waiting for the governor and his secretary and the done, then I have to say this was everybody has known what transpired between the last time, I think 3 days ago, before this ago. So miscreant and video people decided to overthrow our DPM, our PM. But this is clearly show that these are the people who has plotted to disrupt what we're doing. Their intentions is now being shown in the global community. So if at this junction and you are still doing such news, then you don't know what you want. Then I would say that something's wrong with that person's head. Because assuming that our PM is there, that whoever, even though he is there, then what would prompt individuals to just make itself PM? With a few BIAFRAs gather together, you make yourself PM, just like that. Imagine such naughty people. So such behaviors only prove that these people are behind the plot to eliminate our PM and to scatter the struggle. Even in this our movement, there are still individuals among us. Those that when they take responsibility or take position, they will refuse to do something. They will just be there to be gathering information and feeding our enemies with information of their plans. They don't do anything. So when you are here, you're not doing anything. The position you acquired, you're not making impact. You're not making any effort to make sure that position is being handled. And the reason why you took that position is being achieved. Then I would rather say that you don't know. It's maybe you don't know what you're doing, or maybe you don't know yourself. Because at this juncture we have now, we want the continuation and the transition of government to nation continues, and it will continue and continue and continue until when we have what we're looking at. Okay? And which our department of current affairs department is wonderful well. We don't want to review their work. They are doing it really well. We never review their work. We never tell anybody. But anybody that wants to know what is happening, you go to facts. If you want to know if they are doing anything or not, or maybe because you are not hearing any news from them, or maybe you don't know what to say, or maybe you don't know anything, then all you need to do is just say, please, stay by the corner, like others. This struggle does not know anyone. It only knows those who are weak. That's what our leader said. We only need hundreds of people. The struggle doesn't need battalions. It doesn't need battalions. We need only but hundreds serious-minded individuals. So are you among them? Are you among the hundreds of people instead of IKEMBA? Our leader said we need 100 people for federal. And this state need 100 people to do this. Okay? So it's not about, I've seen in a family whereby thousands of people, they have like 5 boys, 6 boys, 7 boys, but out of all the people, 7 boys, when you come to that family, it is war. Nobody loves each other. Fight versus fight. Greedy versus greedy. No one wants to this one to pass with. And you compare such family with one that has only one million and you see them doing great, doing wonderfully well. More than those that have million and million. So you can see that successful of a person does not ascribe to a man or to a woman. Does not ascribe. Anyone can be a leader. Depends on the area you are from. So when other people do not be distracted by what you will just head by the criminals spreading themselves as BIAFRA fighters. They are really terrorists. Those who don't want to bet that in the United States of America, its government, if you can't follow procedure, if you can't bring your shoulder down, then this drug is not for you. So it's not going to be our topic. Their miscreant behavior and they are on topic. But it's good that we remind us that it will start strong. Secretary, are you there? Are you back there? Secretary, are you here? Are you here now? So please, anything we are doing, please let us remember that we have something at hand. We have something at hand. Please, that is the most important thing. We continue to do what is needed to be done. Nothing more, nothing less. Do not look at the struggles, because what they want to do is to weaken you. Right? That's what they want to do. To weaken you. And when they weaken you, boom, they have succeeded in killing its goal. This lady will never die. This will not tell you why they are fighting her. This will tell you why they are fighting her. Why they are trying everything possible best to put her by the corner. Okay. These are the people that they call. Let us advertise the students so that the state will have them. They say, no, not such thing will happen. The thing is what they will continue to do it now to begin to begin to do differently. They don't want to change the system because change is constant. You can't continue one particular idea forever and ever. If you are a human being, if you are a man, if you are a woman, and you don't change, you don't re-strategize your movement, your ways, it means that, and not that way is working. As when the way is working, then you can stick on it. But once the way is not working, what you should do is to re-strategize. But how can you be working in a way and that way is not achieving you anything, and you keep on that same way. It is nonsensical now. It is not. It is nonsense. It is not okay. But people will not begin to see you that your brain is not manufacturing well. So please, my people, we have a very big tax ahead of us, especially in the area of security. So that is why the only agenda we have right now is the security apparatus. The security has been formed, but what remains is the equipment. That's what it is. So this equipment, how we're gonna get it? It is money. And the moment we're able to give them, not that we're going to give them all they needed, but they just need what they needed is like 100. And we're able to provide that. Okay. Now, without it, they cannot do some fun. And for that work, they can now start them. Okay, we have very also transports. Okay. So without some work, they can channel doing some work towards our resources. And from there, something will start coming out and too much of demand will be reduced, too much of tax will be reduced. But for now, it is you and I, it is our duty, it is in our hands to keep funding these movements until when we begin to get something from our resources from our own land. So if you want to see anything happen, it is money, not the money things. I want to also use this medium of time to tell us that the state of the government are going from one million to another, broadcasting and doing some talk so that we can be able to get people to know what we're doing. We visited like two media program within this weekend. Yesterday and Wednesday, we announced that so many people were happy, the students were happy. So those we now, from the response we got from those people, some people we announced better by our governor, if they are released, then if they are dismissed. So, and this is the effort we are putting in place in order to get people know what it will be. Because there's no any other way we can do it apart from going from one media to another, that we need storing from one place to the other. So, and then I think it will have to take the results by God's grace. Okay, so if there's any media people you know much that people are watching and to their programs, all you need is to submit the number of maybe the way you can get their contact and send to us. Then I will be the one to message and find the person and request for them to post us live for those people their fans. Just the same way that our leader is sitting in so many states and so on. That's why we want to be sitting in so many states, so many media outlets there to speak to people, but also for them to know that yes, we have a government. And when we talk about experiences, that is not a joke. We have a public government that, and with this, people will not get to a lot of big noises, propaganda, talking about my issues, talking about this, talking about that. But at the end of the day, it's not even not any good. The only thing is there is that the only good news or whatever such program will be, dismantling the lives from such people. But it's not adding to the growth of people. It's not adding to the growth of any state, but rather just to keep on rolling around people, running around the 7 seconds. But by the time the state government of the state start going from 1 minute to 1 minute, you can see that most of them, people were they are there and I'm sure that they will get engaged. The reason why we're doing it is not true. It's not that we're not afraid of being killed or people can that's how it is, or institute or institute, but not if we don't do it slowly. It's why this is the reason why we are bored. This is the reason why we are bored. So that is it. My governor, are you back?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Wachineke. Yes, I'm back. Thank you so much. Deputy is still on the way. His phone is not on because there is a meeting. Is arranging. We have a meeting this week that we are in now. So he's trying to. Okay, you know what? Just give me a minute. He's calling me. Just give him. But before then, I want to introduce our brother, our Father Felix. He's with us today. We have been listening so much, and our sister, one other just join us now. So we want to. I can see Honorable Obole. I can see Kai. Ifejindu is there with us. One other Regina is here. Commissioner for Health is here also. Secretary is here. So thank you all so much. There is one that I did not know. One of our sisters, Linda, is here also. Transportation is here with us. So why I want to leave now, just give me a minute, I will join back. I want to know why the deputy is calling me because I know he's on transit. So, Father, we are highly welcome. Can we hear from you, Father Felix?
Right. I just came back now. Enjoy. Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just got home now. I went to cover for somebody who was on holiday, so I just came back. 76 miles away. Just came back now, and then tuned in right away. Yeah.
Okay. That means better you speak to us, right?
Whatever. I'm home now. Yeah, I just joined you guys now.
Okay. Thank you very much. You're welcome. So, everybody will speak. So right now, we just want, I don't know if she has gotten secretary, I don't know. But we need to read the last minute so to know the agenda and what we need to treat and then the new agenda. So with that, as we are still waiting, I really don't want this to exceed 9:30, so that everybody will go and rest. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. I'm back. He told me that he's already in the where he is. He told me that he's already in his place, but unable to log in. So I told him to keep on trying. I mean, deputy governor. So I just prayed he would join us. Meanwhile, I want to tell us something before we continue. This network issue is not palatable, it's not friendly, it's not helping us at all. But what are we going to do? We must continue. There is no going back. As we say, it's the IKEMBA or BIAFRA. Meanwhile, as Information Commissioner has said, we have been on top, going from one media to another in order to propagate the gospel of this our redemption. Because what we need now, we are not building any structure. We are not. The only thing that is in our hands now is to protect the state of IKEMBA. That is the only thing. That is the paramount. There is no other thing. Why am I saying this? If state of IKEMBA is protected and the United States of Biafra as the whole is protected, my brother, my sister, anybody can decide to sleep at anywhere. You will not be stressing that I must reach home because the everywhere is not secured because there is insecurity, there is that, there is this. If you don't know the you will do that. You don't even need to fence your house to protect yourself. You don't need to get to a particular place in order for you to be where you want to be. Once there is security, and once there is security, if you have 1 naira, the 1 naira. If 1 billion naira, you enjoy the billion naira. But when there's no security, every other thing is nonsense. So that is the main reason we are going to, because our people also are telling us that they as themselves are not even aware where they belong to. So we take that as a task to start going from one medium to another in order for us to propagate this gospel. And we thank God that at the end it's going to yield a good result. So please, this our contribution, donation has the expiring date. Why am I saying so? Assuming that our land has been protected the way we want it to be by all our students, our army coming out to the streets to protect the land, then we can now start collecting the taxes from the marketplace, from the road, from schools, from company, from what am I trying to say? That would be very easy for us. But why now we still need that help? We don't have where we keep the money we are collecting. And my pain is that when some people were bringing out this money, there was nothing in place. But now that we have something that we are doing, and we have the students that are volunteer, and we know they are doing their work. Because throughout December, there was no rest for them in their camp. They have been facing one battle or the other from the zoo country. And by the special grace of God, we did not encounter any loss. We didn't lose any soul. Though there is some injury inflicted on some, which we took our time to make sure that they are all taken care of, providing their drugs, the little we can, because we act on the resources at our hand. We cannot do more than the one we have. And also, their feeding. We do provide food for them, the little we can. We cannot boast that we are giving them 100% of the feeding they need. But at least, the capital that is in our hands is being utilized very well. As I said, we are not building any structure. We are not trying to do anything with money apart from security. And that money for security is giving them the resources.
Your mic is cutting so.
Can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me? Can I continue?
Yes, I can hear you now. So go ahead.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay. When I'm talking about security, I don't even know why I'm speaking Igbo, because this is the state of IKEMBA. Sorry, speaking English because this is my state and we are all Igbo. Because I need to security and now it's all about the protect land there. It's all about their feeding. It's all about taking care of their health. It's all about when they have family to look after their family. But we have not even gotten there. But that is what it's supposed to be. Because some of them left their family. Some have wives. Some have children. And then themselves, they are not farming. They are not working. They are not earning any income. And those ones are left behind. For eventually we are getting those money we are extending, we are begging for. We can extend hands to their family. Even if we are not giving them 100% because we don't have it, at least we show concern. Okay, why am I saying this? There's one of them that complained that the family need, and what so now the family now say so he was bothered, and our attention was called. Also, no because from what I run a lot of farm, and I am a go well on the for our sake. Because they don't know. I cannot even be able to do where they are. They don't even know what is coming, and they have been facing series of battles up and down every day. Also, I stand on a phone. At times, I like DPM kind of get on a phone due to what is happening in their side. So what we have to. So squeeze out 100,000 here, go away, Gaba, to show that we care. But we all know more, I get here. Because when they get in me someone, oh, no, wait, I think the person at least go where, oh, yes, I have this kind of movie or whatever, how has the plan here. I was senior mother. When you say guy, I only saw the transportation alone from ever to everyone, and now we can at the end, you got for the pen, but we still do something. What I say, man, at their feet. So, because them, their health, the Merosiano Merado Hamel, and we're going to spend it. Yeah, Jennifer, what I'm getting honey. Only level 1 naira no good I know. We're all. So, stick with a paracetamol and they put 10 naira, paracetamol card, 500 naira. 200 naira. When you say 1 naira, not of first, that may go on either. Please. Oh, if somebody can volunteer himself, because let me provide them feeding for these children. If I can eat, I will be trying my best. I'm on a whole on your deals. We are all doing all this work. I'm not collecting 50 kobo. It's just a volunteer work because I will not dry my family will be okay. Everybody's family will be okay. I will not afraid of no more coming about struggle. Because here I forgot it. If you are not able to get it now, these children will suffer. And you know what we are planning. I'm doing it because now the benefit of it, all of us will rejoice at the end. Oh yeah, I can make it. What do I have to do? Since like 9 months we started July 10th. We have people, don't know the guys now. When we started our work, it's August. Let me just say August. July 10 now, just we pronounce that. And we're going to pick you from where we stop. Well, Monday commissioners in Nabia Katabia as a changing me now. So within that period, I will go with this. We go to Sistinapo. I will go now and low in Jamodini on your chair. Take you, I tell the baby, also in name of the Messiah, we know what it costs. But we did it. Oh, with this process also, I hit where you can. We go down, see this the camera, there you go down. Go down, walking, talking, there you go down. Why am I saying all this thing? The resources they didn't put in place. In an man and fair mania, or one and a totally. Is the only state of IKEMBA that provided clothing and the shoe for all the citizens because we budgeted for 150 because what the 150. Those some people because of year made that period because somewhere this thing had facing na battle, hang on a battle. So some people was affected. So let's say all of them did not show face. Now they match in heaven. But at least IKEMBA State was one of the best. All of them we bought 150 top and the shoe for them. Transport to a book here and their school. The general now also was one that received it. Plus they go logistic transportation and do it. Deputy on the process, when Nagale Maki and we and on problem. Thank God that they are baron here. So get us the queen in now. People with them, one of them, another food here. Okay, they go where and get our sister, Ada Simon. So that I will continue. Hope none can even correct. So they go. I have to go to Ada Simon. One day, no, make them fundraising. Mecha. Make the fundraising. Mecha. Where for Kayin this saga, for some people say, I guess not here, they make donations now will be IKEMBA. By 3 a.m., I have to call her. We send the people now more governor of IKEMBA. Though she knows because I was doing the campaign, I went to her broadcast to talk. She knows me, she has my contact. Said because now go send my broadcast. I don't want some people want to own IKEMBA. And him and now deputy prime minister say everybody should go and build their state. Donate to the federal, donate to your state. So now we need those people to come home and join us in what we are doing. Because what we need is money. We don't know when some of our brethren think when our 1 year anniversary, and they go now at that we don't have. Yeah, one night, diaspora, all of us know how many they are that is contributing. They are not up to 10. Let me just lie. Highest because of room 8 or 7. We now contribute, and we know that majority of them are salary earner. I don't meet they will pledge that they are going to give us, and they will give us when the money come in. Oh, we can say donation data. This week, can say donation data. A further amount was I a bonus month. You cannot force them because they are still the same people that are still paying that money. So I after everything, she told me that I should not worry, that she will try her best. No, one of her somebody may see for her side. The person is not from IKEMBA. The person is not from state of IKEMBA, but the person may really different ego. No, guy, your command of the can I need the serious help? Because she at that time on her been here with us, one of our meetings. She saw finally that people are not even turning up upon all our efforts. So by the special grace of God, the guy gave us 700,000 to support us for us to be able to make sure that those people will take care of them. 700,000 beyond into our account. At that time on herself gave us 300,000. This is completed 1M money. This I'm talking about is yesterday that she sent the receipt to me, and I forwarded it to secretary and the deputy. So because I na-ekwu okwu ego a na-ekwu ego ọ bụrụ na ọ dị ihe nwa na ndị IKEMBA jikwa na ego where is the money? Mmadụ na-abụ mmadụ eto dị ijuo na imela ihe niile a ndị nke na-alụ ọrụ we know what we have put in place. We volunteer, we are going from one place to another. Even deputy I've not since the boy with the phone, he's using his money to transport himself. At the point West Yamba, for personal business. Because this our restoration. From the account. Yes. Because it's contributing much. Because of those people who wouldn't have handled him. But because of this, so even our information commission and on Twitter, on their TikTok, also by upon family to care for. I think I say that some people are being paid, even to give him money for recharge for subscription. Now body kata a year 5,000, year 3, year 2. The highest any go issue just 20 go and don't have family on and care for. Why am I saying all this thing? Volunteer is too much. That's not volunteer work. I told all of you I say I will never get you to it because so many people cannot volunteer what they are doing. Secretary so we know we don't have. If you are an account try almost zero before this person and now students now go for him and all boys. The highest side to go fast for me with 250,000. That's only minus their drugs minus the pocket money and then we go na get in Asia. Okay, like buy me and they need food that they are hungry like this. Open on your net well on their looking, see not talking what being a chop, deal to an eye before weapon of your the game out that every 2 weeks and then you do to every 2 weeks and then you do to. But we're not doing like that, and they know that we're not getting. So who knows what can they be able to come out the way they want to come out to make sure that they protect? Oh, we're going to only ask people that way they make it a more than they have to address. Yeah, and so education tax, people tax, problem. So we go now, but don't have tax. And then may I go through your police 3,000. I am on one airport. But to say, people will go 5,000 for tax. Then, or through among the nation that So because you kind of you know there governors one that you to the left, right, or body. So because I use my mind for now. Deputies around, they won't.
Okay, thank you very much, my Excellency. You have said it all, and this one is your book. Thank you very much, because now, I am mother, so much. Let's say I'm going to the kids. I don't know here, I don't just come up family. So, this family will not have been. You have to take a moment and that way. So, we thank God for giving us those. Thank you, never to put that. I'm doing what I'm then I make sure that I'm money. The only thing when they were living in I wish that we have this kind of government. Then, and the people that then my on our voting IKEMBA first. Even then, on now. And we thank God government. That's the rate. Then you know, I can't wait that. What going to buy? So that means that we are great. So, when I would go, ndị mgbochila make them honestly. As in any system. I can't be a man. Yeah. Also, they will never know what is trouble because I will never let the officer of the after the one local radio transmitter. I said, okay, when we look at NTI, during that past, which is even in a Canada, I don't get by 4 people. After that, I get 15 minutes, I'm telling you because one man, who you see, get man, okay, when I get, so you say, that man, okay, that man, we go home and but today, I'm more also, but they are comers, just demand comers, okay, so what I'm saying is, what our experts are saying today is the way it is. So, when you're going to go, I was saying, secretary come up with on the mic. Thank you very much. Governor, I'm not seeing him. Our governor is not here. I mean, our deputy governor is I'm not seeing him. So, okay. Deputy over to you. Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm going to be able to go to the network. Introduce so many things about any breakdown. Support why. So you can continue from there. Thank you. Okay. Don't issue. Start. Please, don't give us your complaint right now. Start. Good. And then when everybody is so in my date. So just give us your reports from your own side, what you know and what has been going on. Thank you. Please, Norma, mute your mic. Norma, mute your mic.
everyone from here. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on your time zone. My name remains Honorable Dominion, your Deputy Governor. I want to thank every one of us for the support you people are giving to IKEMBA State. I know that my governor has done a justice in breaking down where we are now. By the special grace of God, we have been given a very serious marching order on what we needed to do, mostly in our state and in both Anambra in general. And one thing that is still delaying whatever we are doing is finance. And by God's grace, we are doing our best. I just arrived at IKEMBA State, all the way from Anambra State. I just arrived this evening. And because on Tuesday, we are going to have a meeting with all our students in our general school. I am going there with the people that have been appointed by the state, Umuru County head, with Deputy County head of OPC, so that we can be able to have meetings with our general, and that will now give me the opportunity also to know him one-on-one, and he himself will now also know me one-on-one. So, and by God's grace, after that meeting, we are going to plan our way forward. We want to use that opportunity by God's grace. When I was discussing with him, he was able to get laptop. He had bought laptop so that we can be able to get the data of all our students because of some challenges we are having in their midst in the area that some of them want to become a leader. And I want us also, some of us are more closer to our DTP, and every one of us are close to her. But no matter how close with somebody, there is someone that is more closer. Even in the scripture, we have about 12 disciples, but we have the one that the Bible recorded, the one that always rests in the bosom of Christ, which is John the Divine, and he is the only one that died natural death, because nobody killed him. Other disciples were killed in one way or the other. So what am I trying to say? That some of us that are close to, please always advise, because these are our students. Many of them are breaking out to go and form their own group because of money, which is one of the challenges we are having. And because of that, many of them has left our general school and went out with some of his material in order for them to go and open their school and begin to have contact with our nationals. That is, we are talking about our federal. And they are now sending money to them whenever they hear that this person is a commander. And maybe the person just went and catch one flying, just snap it and send. They say, yeah, it's working. They will not send money to the person. It was Rabbi, the Secretary of Defense, that just called me 2 or 3 days ago that one person contacted him and said that he came back in Oka South, that they need money. He's a commander. Because the person has seen the money that was sent to the second school. And when we begin to trace, we discover is one of the people that somehow escaped from our general school with his material. Some materials that we are just managing. Some of them will now take it and go somewhere and they start their own school. But if federal always carry the state along, not everybody that call and say, I'm a commander, I have a school. They will now start to send money to that person. This thing will be creating problem to states. It is now making it very difficult for us to manage all these schools. Well, I know that every one of us Marifa and our schools are. It's very difficult. And only formidable to them, and the states just overlook it. Which is very, very bad. Many of them are not ready to be submissive and work under the government. But when they get the contract of federal, they will be sending money to them without the government notice, without knowing whether they are under the government itself, just because they are commanders. So this thing has been making this job very difficult for us. And because of all these things, we want to have the data of every student in IKEMBA State. Let us know the people that are working under our general and the people that are in other schools, so that anyone that has a problem, we can know how to tackle it. Just like today, there are people, some students I sent for training to our general school from Anyama, and on their way they were captured in Onitsha by this so-called Akko the Cookie, that they just threw away nylon of pure water. They were arrested. I was talking with them on phone. Tell them I'm an officer. They should let them know. Go. They said no, they will pay 15,000. They will do this. I said okay. That 15,000 it is for what? What he said that government, the offense that they committed, the fine that is 15,000. And I said okay. Can I talk with your commander? He said the commander is not there. Can I talk with the second commander? He said the second commander is not there. Who am I talking to? He said he's a secretary. I said okay. Please, I will forward you 10,000 naira now. Can you let these people go? I'm an officer. I'm serving in Delta State. He said no, he cannot. He can never do that. I said okay, give me a state account. Let me pay the money to state account. It's better for me to pay the money to Anambra State's account. He said okay, we are going to give us form. I said I give them form, let them fill. When he gave them the form, now wait till the form and tell them, if you're filling this form, you're going to pay 30,000. Now to make the case so complicated. And I called him and said, what do you mean by 30,000? I said, yes, if you want to pay to the government account, you need to pay 30,000. I said, come into your office. I want to see you. And I want to see your commander. So I said, where is your office? They said they are close to Army Barracks. So come in there. So as I was coming to a branch here, those who are coming back left them and said, give us the 50,000. Go. You see, because all these things, all these our people, if you are not working under the government, when something like this happens, for us to rush and bridge it before it becomes so big problem, we cannot do that, because it will help us to be safeguarding needs our people here. I don't fear anybody. I have my ID card. I have everything. So what if it's concerned? So what am I trying to say? Please, we are doing everything possible to know all the students that are working in IKEMBA. IKEMBA will not be like other states that somebody will just call and say I'm a commander in this state, and they will not begin to forward money to the person. It's not fair. Please let us always advise, because this is the problem we're having with example. When they are there, and after I talk with a rabbi now preach that guy that is calling him and say he's in Oka South, that he should forward he's in Oka South as a commander. They send him money. He said there is a money, even they have approved to pay that money. If not, I called, they will have forwarded the money to them. Without knowing who is who. Who are you paying the money? So please, this government we are building, let us respect the state governors. I have complained this thing to her as our deputy PM, but he said we should not worry. They are working direct with them. They are working direct with them. There are people that are monitoring them. There are people that are monitoring them. But when they have a problem, we are not seeing those people. I don't see any problem. I will tell all the truth. And it's making this job to become so difficult to us. Because if we abandon them there, nobody is on ground that can save them. So please, I'm saying it with every seriousness in my heart. All these children we see, they don't know them, they are not seeing them, they only hear their voice. You don't know them. It is we on ground that knows them, which I'm trying to know all of them that are working in IKEMBA state. So that if anybody use the name of IKEMBA to defraud again, because even our commander, our general, has shown us many people have used our name to defraud. And when the receipt was sent to him, he began to shout. We don't want that again. Let nobody use the name of IKEMBA or the million or my governor or anybody to go to the federal. When they ask them, who knows your school? They say the million knows the school. Why I don't even know. Adam, they will not confirm from me whether I know about them or not. They will give the money and forward the receipt to me like they love me. They not even confirm from me. They say that I am aware of the school. They now forward the money to them and they now forward the receipt. So all these things is not good for now in this struggle. There are many people that are suffering here. The many people that are suffering for this struggle, the money is not reaching them. But all these people that want to become a fraud, that want to become criminals, using the struggle to make money, in the name they are students, they are commanders, are the ones that whenever they put something, they will give the money. It's not good. So my dear wonderful people, this is just my open remark for us to know that the grace of God, our brethren, people are trying to contribute and help in releasing our brethren, which are reported to our deputy PM. He said there are people that are working on ground to release those our two brothers. But I want us to know that the money we have had now, we have used it to do the work, and those people are out. Let me not say it to everyone here. With the secret and how rescued the release of those boys, it's time for them to go for treatment. But when we are talking, and they say there are people on ground that are monitoring, we should not worry, we are going to do so. If we leave those people, they will be killed. Now the machineries that we use discover they have signed their death warrant. And if not that they were baptized, they have been shot many times to be killed. Use fire upon them. If you see their body, I've seen them. If you see their body, you pity those boys. But if we leave them, we are doing something, those people will die here. Let the federal know how to carry the state along. It is the states that are suffering all these things. We are the one on the ground. So, my dear wonderful people of IKEMBA, because I and my principal officer, the executive governor of the IKEMBA state, we don't want to have any casualty. We are not relenting. We are not happy whenever our own are in trouble. I'm not that kind of person that will allow my own person and my if she will be the one that will be disturbing, she will be the one running up and down, hey, because she's a mother. She has a heart of a mother. To make sure that anybody is released. And I love her spirit. And to God, Kadiama has been helping us. May God continue to help us. I remain on the dominion. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Set of Secretary of State, please, your here, please, Officer Mike, and tell us again, that's this meeting we're aware of. So what happened? Your here, please, speak to our the public apology because we wanted to have the reports, before this meeting goes on. Now we have done the last meeting, and it had to be from our distinct place. It's high time we should. So please, promote the mic to us and come back to the all right, just like it's not the TA. Please, I want to say this. Anytime we look for a way where you have to check your seat, check the attention through an Excel line that normally serve they have a normal service money. So that because this thing is part of the issue, because we really need to know what we discussed last time, and then it gives us practice where. So thank you very much, my governor. What you just said is the way it is, and this is true because what
get your car that carries you where you are going. They go together and going back. Both of them were shot or back. So right now, God put us and he was rushed to the hospital. So it's high time that God kept back because the state itself which we cannot go pass. If there is no law, command, that means tomorrow they can sabotage. It's going to happen. Good. So let us be mindful. Anybody here, all their I've called this meeting because we are trying to give a security approach. Just the same way our deputy governors are deputy governor. This our deputy governor. I work hard for him. Honestly, I'm telling you, this is a man that when you are talking, you want one man because his knowledge and the contributions and so on stop. Okay, so we should help us to think over here, just so that before you send something, come back and look at how we are something else going for one response to look for some substitute for the same students. And look at them like people that are what is happening to us.
Information. Let just at least the message has been sent. Let just not hold too much on it. I believe the meeting will be done, and we know the time is going. This is if we are talking, let's be looking at our time. Because another thing, and tomorrow Monday. So meanwhile, because when you want to, because we don't go out on our coordinator, and that's for when you are not taking the mic for you, but you can start with our coordinator from diaspora. Because let's just map your secretary. Let's talk so let's just leave him for that for now. Please, thank you.
Okay, very much. Thank you very much. Okay, we always whether we like it or not, by 9:30, we are not. So please, our honorable Raj, you have to thank you. We should allow those to
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I was just disconnected a few minutes ago. Come back. Right. Onye kwuru okwu last social media. And the animals IKEMBA niile na here. Thank you so much for logging in. Also, for the most part, animals all our executives, our own governor, deputies, and other ones now, measure all the media platforms now about it. Thank you so much. Very well, we will make it to the point. We will all the points they need for people to know. But in the Bible, they don't want to hear them. Well, thank you so much. I'll take another one. I will have right. Yeah. And okay, last night the end of the 4 weeks left, I was there. Because of the morning, they don't have any language, 300,000 and 700,000. And it was like 1 million altogether. And now for BPM, think about we are getting too much money. So we're not. I am not in poor condition until the money. You guys start going out and spreading the gospel.
And the saddest part in this is that Tanzania years ago, IKEMBA. You know, our Tanzania years ago, IKEMBA. IKEMBA most of them is okay. Around senior na basa here. Okay. More basa here. So because that now all the source are because when I look at all this dialogue today, we only 17 people. 17 people. When you look at the telegram, as of the 9 of 20, there was 46 executive members. Where are they? There are 46 executive members. That's enough. Because I don't know what you know of the animal, the animal, okay, the next point is this. Now, Imayana was up. When the man before meeting, it was 188 members. I beg a hammer. When I 46 executive telegram, 188 na was up. The IKEMBA, the hammer. That is not good. Okay? So, every abona kadara kunaolwa for our executive. Right now, all I want to know now that's all the media. Onye nọdụ nwanne ya bụ onye IKEMBA. Tell them to come and join us when we listen. All of us, we have the duty on this. So, can they put it on aka? Because they're trying. That's why but we need to support them in every capacity we need to. Okay? So on that note, I will pledge 100,000 again. But I don't know. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. May God keep protecting and providing for you. Thank you.
All right,
Please, I want to address him. It's Reverend Father Felix. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, can you omit my video too? You want your video? Yeah, you omit my video so you can see me here. Okay. Please. You can omit your. It's not a meeting from my side here. Yeah, so you cannot start your video because it is disabled by the host here. Okay. Let's go. Why are you? Well, I don't have much to say anyway, so yeah. But I want you to see me anyway.
Secretary, please, can you disable the camera? Secretary, if I see here, please, can you disable his camera? Let him open his camera. Secretary.
Yeah. Okay, our secretary is not post now. Yeah. So, I'm sorry.
Secretary, can you open his video? Are you not here, Secretary? Open the video. Everyone want to open his video.
Okay, maybe I'm doing now. Secretary, make it up.
Please, we are working with time. Please, we don't have time. Please.
Okay, okay. I think, Father, please go ahead and. Okay, yeah. When I rushed home and got into the whole thing, everyone knows that. So anyway, I just picked up my phone and sent something through IKEMBA. If you can check your WhatsApp, I sent something to you. You say you're going to see it later on. Yeah. So I just sent in. Okay. Let me check. Check and see what I sent it through you. Come on, okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hello. But sorry, sir, is in his personal account or the state account? Thank you, sir.
Well, I've sent some. Sir, on a state account, it's a state account. Father.
You muted yourself, Father. You muted yourself, Reverend.
Okay. I sent something through Access Bank. I have the Access Bank account. Okay. State account. Yeah. Wow, that's because I can't cover. This is huge. So, my governor.
We are all here.
This is huge. Also, the one I want me. Hey.
Yes, thank you. God bless you.
This is huge. Thank you so much, Father. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Biko. Around was the one Biko. Darren, God bless you. God bless you so much. We really appreciate. One name in Father Doratis, my second, and then I deputy.
He's stopping me because I want to know because now I can give money.
Okay. Okay, transportation. I can give you name. No problem. Mute your mic. We have heard you. Thank you. And transportation, go ahead.
Transportation is go ahead. Please, and make it loud. We have 23 minutes to go to 24.
While we're waiting for him, it's like he's having problem with his mic. I don't know. I am Honorable Athlete in the Chief. Your hand was up before. We're waiting.
Okay, Daniel, you have please put your back and speak. Daniel, you have your back. Okay. Okay. So yeah, put your back. Is anybody hearing me?
We are hearing you. Ejindo, Chief Ejindo.
We are just doing Sky report. If you have anybody on your side, Sky, do you have anyone on your own view that wants to support what we're doing? Right? In that, very honorable for Wanda Linda, from which your mic can speak to us. Why is everyone not supposed to be mic? Okay. Wanda Norma, from which your mic can speak.
Before you continue, somebody is giving us 50,000 yeah. Mwada Regina says she cannot be able to say anything. Thank you so much. Thank you. Secretary, please let me hope you are taking records. Secretary, hope you are taking records.
Okay, Mwada Norma, just your mic can speak. All right. The Honorable Chief Opole Wandiosa, please, unmute your mic. Are you close to your mic? Our sister, Regina, Mother Regina, okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate what you just did to us. Some SM 8235F, please, unmute your mic. What is happening? Why everyone wants
if he's our commissioner for health, she is at work. She is the one that I believe that have that song, so she will not be able to talk. She is at work. The one with the song. Thank you.
Okay. So transportation, are you okay? Let's go. Go ahead. We can't hear you. Your mic is on, so we can't hear you. Okay, that was the thing I was on. Right. The mic is on.
Good evening, everybody. Today I want to be IKEMBA. Governor, Deputy Governor, Secretary, and all the cabinets. Do some audio saying or because I'm gonna chuka my family nine and if I never when I go from Abane goes net. Officially, I lost my dad on 8th of January, so I come the grief. Even on my county chairman, my brother, let me form a meeting. So I want them that I can only get cut myself with online. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, our brother. So sorry. The information came to me through the. I'm so sorry. Please, may God help you to bear the loss. So sorry about your loss. Because they will can I say one next? God will help you.
So sorry for your loss. Please take that. Just know that this world, nobody is a market. Okay, yeah. So I'm sorry, okay? Just
okay, thank you.
Whenever Honorable Chief, after please put your mic and speak to us. Wanda Norma, are you close to your mic? Wanda Linda, Honorable Kai, are you close to your mic? Is there anybody on your side? Technos and please unmute your mic and speak. Okay, our sister Dorothy, Honorable Dorothy, please go ahead.
Yes, I don't know. I just don't know what the difference is in the IKEMBA. But I really know the IKEMBA when it comes to donation. Because some people, and I mention reason, I was also amongst the people recording the fundraising. Some people will come in and we do donation to their web, especially in the diaspora. People know where the diaspora not here. We made donation, send the area to federal account. Okay, I will do the recording. Because we say IKEMBA, I will record the IKEMBA. The money is not going to IKEMBA's account. I want to each and every one of us here to know that. It's not going to IKEMBA's account. What I mean is the account number, IKEMBA, the platform is not going there. The money is going to federal to help build IKEMBA state when the time comes. Okay, it's not helping any of our students. So what you need to do, even if you want to donate to federal, it's okay. But you have to come back and donate to IKEMBA's local account to help our students with everything they need. And also, to other necessary things. Yeah, because some people now say, this is how come and donate. I've already donated to somewhere. Not going there, you have to come back and donate. Okay, that's what I want you to know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, my honorable He said it all. One thing about federal school, when you begin to federal, and that is so federal, okay, you are making away federal. Money is not coming to the federal will utilize money generally. Okay, so it should not be sent to us. But I think this should be understood. If somebody donates money from the state, the money should be sent to the state. Because if anything happens in the state, our people will still come to us.
No. Information, no, it's not that way. Deputy make it very clear that everybody should go and build their state. When you do your donation to state, you do to federal. Do you understand? So you are not, don't go there. She's just trying to let people naga put the phone one night say I'm donating for state of IKEMBA, but they want to federal. Let them just know that they are donating to federal. Not that they are not going to assist IKEMBA when the time reach for that money for them to assist. Mana, as it is, let them understand that they go open and have the federal account is not coming to IKEMBA account at that moment. So don't say anything much about it. Deputy Mayor declare, go and build your state. And don't want every state where their account. What is left for these people to do is to collect the account number of states and pay to their state and pay to federal. So let's not just go there. That one is settled, please. Thank you.
All right. Federal staff, please, put your mic. We have to use this. I don't know why everyone is not specified. What are we going here? Please, here will pass.
I'm going to IKEMBA State. Who's quite the amount? Who knows enough for now? Next time we will this one. I didn't know what. So, why you go soon? No, I'm just a leaker. I will learn you have a say like that. So, you're not discouraged by anything. Yesterday, during yesterday's event fundraising, because of Adasa Moneba, all the good work she has been doing. And I appreciate the and I support her with 100K again. I'm not going the money to IKEMBA State. Now we should
our deputy governor. Only goes to one day. Only things are discussed like issue of water today. Next time, whatever it becomes, we'll discuss with the internal and executive. So that we work in the public. That would be what it should be.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Thank you so much. Darling, God bless you. God bless you. Onye ọzọ biko nwanne m kaịra ndụ ọgụ maka na onye chọrọ ikwu okwu na taịm abụrụ nwanne anyị.
All right, okay, Linda, our one, please go ahead.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Am I coming out?
Yes, you're coming out. Hello. This network is not okay. Is there anyone that wants to speak here? Is there anyone? We are wrapping up.
Yeah, I'm back. Oh, yeah, Kiki, I'm out. I just don't know why. Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, only in the yeah, first time you pattern a meeting in IKEMBA State. Okay, now how to locate my state. I'm from Sweden, Rep 1 in Sweden. I don't know the account for my state. So I'm going to paste the account. How do we get IKEMBA State account? Because the only account I want to hear is the government website account. So I won't know whether I see what IKEMBA State and in Obode Bano, I won't go a few IKEMBA no kwa here. Nga like the join the meeting. So no waste her time anyway. My support with 30,000 agent. Now I want to get one account so that I can pay in.
Okay. Thank you, Linda. This is the State Secretary, SSG. I don't know. I think I'll drop my number here so that you can contact me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
You can press the WhatsApp number.
No, don't worry. You should not do that way. Don't worry. Secretary should reach her. And also, Linda, I don't mind having your contact also. So please, this is the governor of State of IKEMBA on the line. Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate it also when you are going to connect to all our citizens because now God bless you. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, but how do I contact the SS? I'm see my number.
Okay, can you print your number? Can you call your number? Is it possible?
Can we then a message here?
All right.
Okay. But that better.
Okay.
It's better.
Thank you so much.
It's better you take so that we know this is public. We wouldn't want first topic. This is airport. We wouldn't want first topic. Copy your number and so it's rather we keep out our number for it to chat or that's yes.
Okay, I think Information Commissioner is right. Let me send my number instead. So just contact me with the number I'm going to send now. Now, I'm sending a chat now. Contact me, Linda.
Okay. All right.
Okay, without wasting much time, thank you very much. What we
can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yeah, I just have a question. Is there a reason why I post the account number online?
Okay, Ma, can I answer that?
Yeah, because
there is reason. Reason Bona, Iman Obodai, Linekwa and Federal. Federal always have issue with their local account to the zoo. They keep on changing. And we ourselves we cannot be able to be in that situation. So yeah, on your account, and a post, we do post it in our general platform, but we don't add the names that are involved, just only the account number. We are trying to protect that account because when we everything there will be affected because they know they are tracing all the accounts and they use. Some states may wish you on that regard. So that's just the means of trying to protect it. Because when you how to open another one again will be difficult. And since we have been doing it, we have not encountered any problem on that scenario. So that is just the simple reason for that. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I know that the problem has to do with yourself. Telegram is safe. It's a Telegram. On your child, you go to your they know what the job commission. Telegram is very safe.
We did, it's there. We posted it even that time. SA school was the requirements of the students. We did. The account number was there. So that is what we do.
Okay. And it was every week. But people know that information. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, there is no problem. We will do that.
Okay. Transportation Commissioner. Linda, have you seen my number?
Yes, I've got the number here. Then we were together in IKEMBA Telegram. But the guy now is no longer with TOS, so we all left. So I don't know, IKEMBA and I were new Telegram or I don't know because I used to this SSS IKEMBA. You know? Who again at the Telegram, but all the people go. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Okay. I went with Telegram, IKEMBA Telegram. Okay, ma. Yeah. Let me answer that. Yeah. Me mana enwe former governor. Secretary will confirm that too. Me mana enwe former governor, and that former governor ke wepụ ya n'ọrụ to si alụ ọrụ. But he refused and said he will still maintain the governorship. So he went and opened it. He went and draw his own candidate that is not under the United States of Biafra. So that might be the group in it. But so group I didn't know before. Yes, not Telegram. Yeah. But the one that is obtainable now that is when you contact secretary, he will be able to add you to the group. I was saying no. Okay, okay, my sister. Okay, honorable. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, So if there's anyone that wants to Norma, are you here? Technos 552, are you there? Again. Kai report, are you there? Kai report, is anybody inside? Kai report, anyone from your side? Okay, is it you for Identity National Transportation System? Okay. Transportation Commissioner, please, your mic is open, but you
can't hear you. I don't know if it's network. So I don't know what else we can say. At this junction, at this hour, we have to call it right. We have to call it. So we are inviting our governor to give us closing. At this junction, we go for a
please, before we go, please, I don't know if you are hearing me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
We hear you, sir.
Okay.
We hear you, sir. We hear you.
Okay. We lost some of our members.
Sorry, come again.
Our former country head.
Come again.
I think Uisuchu. I said we lost some of our members. One of our members is a councillor under Nibo district, under Obis County, Apostle Andrew Wadeli. I thought the Obis County head would have done this announcement, even though I've told my governor about it before. One of the councillors in Nibo district under Obis County, and the other person is a father to our former commissioner for capital territory, in the person of Honorable Daniel Yabuso. He lost his father, who is also a full supporter, but is not coming there. His father did not come to the meeting. So these two people are the people that we just lost in OBC county. I just want us to know that we need to go for condolence in case. I think the news have gotten, because that is one of the reasons, because the councillor happened to be my own in-law, direct in-law, the husband to my senior sister. But he died about 4 days ago, and we have taken him down to his original home state, and the burial arrangements have already commenced immediately, because we don't want it to be prolonged. So 12th and 13th of February is the burial date, and I just got the news this night, and I said by tomorrow morning I will communicate to OBC County head. So we lost. I don't know if our commissioner has gotten his new portfolio, because I don't carry everything off head. BIAFRA or Daniel. I don't know when his father's burial will commence, but it's a close relation to Isichubu, all of them are the same family member, Okenko family. So I want us to just hear this important announcement. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, but I already said it's not part, but it's a complex one. We just haven't also our controversies on behalf of the state of government stretching and also to remind us that this world is not our own. In time, when the barrier of other comments and then shown us, and so this one, the sector and the big or what will be taken into the then when the poster come out, get to me. Post it in the public for those, and also many other things that get to be done. Thank you very much. Is there any other thing that we say again? Is there any other thing?
and we are taking record. So, and make an only opponent. Kaira, where are you? Kawe put in Jema. And I must not gather on your opponent. Mabikon, I was them weekend. One thing at the message. Like Commissioner Del message, get a similar problem on where now you cook when I had that he has been talking. That is Commissioner for Transportation. That's not the gun you cook when I knew. So, because no one, I work on a con. And now we are where there is Makana open no phone in or ya difficult. Go away Penataya Beach. Down the ring them, Ditinian, did not see one of Snake and Yapana and wake it here. Makana, to whom much is given, much is expected. And God will help us to make it easy for us. Thank you all so much for coming for this our meeting. They won't know say, God bless us all. I would like our fathers. And when you did your
thank you for all your time at Junction. I will not for joining this basic support of this. And we move for adjournment. I move for adjournment of this meeting. Someone should second this so that we come. Seconded. Deputy Governor seconded. Okay, thank you very much. And this junction, call our dad.
Ask that catch Pugazi when you're being at Pakatata. Because you know, Nafana, and one of most of them. Who don't you know? Don't know.
All right. Thank
you. What are you on what you down in the dog? Look how people should look out for our broadcast. We are still on a mission. I cannot get it still. But support to my day one, catch your phone. The meeting has closed. Thank you.